So Alicia Osborne invited me. She 2 years ago, it was actually 2 years in October, introduced me about these patches, but I still didn't quite understand what they were, the amazing things about them, until this past year. It had been about March. I was dealing with severe headaches pretty constantly. I was having chest pains on a daily basis, constantly rapid heartbeat, felt a little depressed just because I couldn't do things that I normally do every day. So my occupation is an occupational therapist. I'm also a dream life coach. And I like to say fitness teacher, gospel preacher. So I'm a Rev Fit instructor. So we bring faith into that. And so with that, it's a very, very busy lifestyle. And for me to not be able to do the work that I was created to do, to constantly have these headaches, my heart feeling like it's coming out of my chest, it didn't work for me. So I was like, I'm going to try this thing that Alicia kept talking about. So in June, I started using X39 and X49. And around this same time, I think it's very important for everyone to know that at this time, I was told that my right side of my heart was enlarged and that my valves, there looked like there was irregular thing going on. I didn't know the exact extent yet. So I had to go under a lot of different testing, some MRIs, and I also was having constant extra heartbeats, which was making me kind of pass out, feeling like I was having a heart attack. And it's very uncommon for someone my age, my lifestyle. So I was pretty scared. And I just didn't like what was happening. So that was in June. You fast forward to November, which I was going under some more testing. I was told that I have surgery set up actually for this month, trying to keep my spirits up. And my MRI came back clean. There was
My
no
goodness.
enlargement on the right side of my
Wow.
heart. My valves were working properly. What they saw on the scan was completely gone. Um, I actually was not having as many headaches anymore. My chest was no longer tight. I wasn't able to run yet, but I'm walking, working out. And yes, a God moment, but yes, patches, because there's nothing else to explain that. I didn't have any other medicines I was doing, absolutely nothing. So my joy that day when I heard that everything was fine, I was shouting through the roof because I could not believe that. So from June to November, that's the length of time, everything came back clean. And even for the headache, so that was not very long. That was in 2 weeks. I went from having a headache 7 days a week, literally debilitating headaches, to I would say 3 to 4 times a week. And then they started fading. And I haven't had a headache since October, which is pretty amazing for me for that part too, because it was every day. So I feel like
Yeah.
have my health back to do what I was born to do and to help others. It has been amazing. I even got my husband on them, and he has his own story, but it's changed our family's life. My kids can have their mom back too, and that's super important to me. So that's a little bit of my story in a nutshell, but I'm just so grateful for these patches. I cannot express how excited I am to have them.
Well, Amy, that is huge. I mean, decreased headaches, less chest pains, you feel better like after the workouts, your energy level, your kids have their mom back again. You're not having to have surgery. Oh my goodness. Um,
Yeah,
More joy, less like the depression, all that's gone away. So everything in your life is totally changed.
it has. I mean, even my coworkers can tell. Like I couldn't even get on and off the floor without breathing heavy. And they're like, "Your joy is back," and I'm like, "Yes, yes." Like they can see that I'm back. I'm Amy again.
That's so fantastic. And you were using X39 and X49, correct?
Yes, and I use them consistently and daily. I do use Aeon too, but X39, X49 was a consistent from June to November. Well, I'm still doing it, but they're consistent.
That is
I mean,
just
for people that you know, there's sometimes people just like, I don't know if I want to invest that much. what is the investment meant to you? You know, we talk about, you know, what life is like with patches and what life isn't, you know, what life is like if you don't have the patches, but then there's that investment portion of it. What is the investment part of it meant to you really financially with being able to work and do what you need to do and not?
To be honest, I mean, for one, to have your life back, you can't put a price tag on that. And two, if you think about like how many appointments I was going to, even though I had insurance to cover some things, those expenses, over-the-counter medicines, which I know has contradictions with your liver, different organs, you're adding up so much money with just putting band-aids on everything instead of getting to the root. So for me, it was a no-brainer that if these patches are working, I don't have to keep going back to the doctor. I don't have to keep searching for this thing or that thing. In the long run, really, I'm saving money if I look at it in a bigger picture. And I'm healthier for it too. I'm not just pumping in for me. This is for me, different drugs that I don't need. It's a miracle
Plus,
patch.
plus the time off work, you were probably anticipating for a surgery. What kind of recovery time
Yeah.
and off work were they telling you you were going to have?
Yeah, so for me, because I lift and I move a lot, I wasn't going to be able to go back for a month. And that's huge on my family. Like I don't have that kind of time off. Like how I work, I can't bank up time. So, I mean, if I look at that as well, I mean, it's a win-win.